Now, the indictment comes as Donald Trump is in full campaign mode to win re-election to the White House.
We want to get right to CBS News Miami's Joe Gorcho. He joins us live from downtown Miami. What's the latest, Joe?
Naja, Elliott, I'm right outside the federal district courthouse here in Miami, and I don't know how much you can see behind me, but over my shoulder you see many tents lined up and down the block outside the courthouse. A strong media presence here in Miami ahead of Tuesday's expected arraignment of the former President Donald Trump, the first ever to be facing federal charges concerning the allegations that he mishandled classified documents. The Department of Justice has unsealed the 49-page indictment issued by a federal grand jury in Miami against former President Donald Trump.
We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone. Applying those laws, collecting facts, that's what determines the outcome of an investigation. Nothing more and nothing less.
Special counsel Jack Smith detailed the charges, which include unlawful retention of national defense information, obstruction, conspiracy, and false statements. Prosecutors say Trump shared a highly sensitive Pentagon plan of attack to visitors at his golf club in New Jersey and was recorded on tape admitting it had not been declassified.
Our laws that protect national defense information are critical to the safety and security of the United States, and they must be enforced.
The criminal case against the former president stems from the 15-month effort by the federal government to retrieve records he had at his Mar-a-Lago estate. During a search of the property last August, federal investigators seized more than 300 records, including classified documents and some marked top secret.
We've never seen anything quite like this.
David Weinstein is a former federal prosecutor in the Southern District of Florida.
When it gets set for trial, it's not really that complicated. It's about documents that were possessed, and there will be legal arguments concerning whether or not he had the power to possess them, whether he had the power to declassify them, and those are arguments that will be made before the trial gets started.
Trump calls the case the boxes hoax. His first court appearance is scheduled for Tuesday in Miami.
They come after me because now we're leading in the polls again by a lot, against Biden and against the Republicans by a lot.
The case will play out as GOP presidential primary season heats up, with Trump already fundraising off the indictment. And CBS News has finally learned what the security will look like both inside and outside the courthouse on Tuesday. The U.S. Secret Service will work alongside the Miami-Dade Police Department and the City of Miami Police Department. That police department will ensure and protect the exterior of the courthouse. The U.S. Secret Service, we're told, will be with the former president the entire time from when the motorcade arrives to also going inside with the former president into the courthouse. In terms of outside, like I mentioned, the City of Miami Police will be in charge of the exterior. We're told there will be a robust police presence out here. And also in a statement from the City of Miami Police earlier today, in part, the police chief said, we're hearing some people supporting and in favor of Trump. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. But the City of Miami Police Department police chief was saying, in part, he'll work to ensure the First Amendment rights of those that do choose to come outside the district courthouse on Tuesday. In terms of what the setup will be like and barricades, that remains to be seen. Elliott, Naja.
Well, it'll be a historic moment for sure, Joe. Thank you very much.